The what?
The Super Fantastic episode.
I guess if you're talking about how fantastic it was that the Eagles won the Super Bowl, I mean, the only thing that could have made that better is if the Eagles came into theme music like this.
No. All right. First of all, the Chiefs should have won.
Welcome to Capes, Cowls, and Conversations, none of which happen for the Super Bowl because we don't care. Oh, wait, we do. The Eagles won.
Travis Kelce.
Fly,
Travis.
Eagles, fly.
See, I was actually kind of shocked that Travis Kelce didn't propose on the field, but
Well, all that is right there is another heartbreak song for Taylor Swift.
No. If
Heartbroken because they lost, and they lost big.
Well, she was a fan of the Eagles.
She was a fan of the Eagles until she dated Travis Kelce, and now she is a fan of the Chiefs. She wears Chiefs crap and sits in the Chiefs boxes. And this show isn't about Taylor Swift. It's about what a disappointing set of commercials there were for the Super Bowl. Oh my God,
there was so little. There were so few.
There were so few commercials. They were terrible. The trailers, for the most part,
were exactly the same. Yeah.
Fantastic Four came out days before the Super Bowl.
Jurassic World literally came out the day before.
What did?
Jurassic World Rebirth.
Jurassic World came out the day before. I mean, the best thing going in all of the commercials, in my opinion.
I mean, if you had to compare the lineup, last year it had Wicked, it had Deadpool and Wolverine. It had there's so many good trailers from last year's. This year's is just
maybe the best commercial for the whole Super Bowl was Harrison Ford's Jeep commercial.
Really?
Yeah, it was a good one. You may have to go back and rewatch it. It was a good commercial. It really was good.
I thought the Matthew McConaughey one was pretty funny.
But that's been out for 6 months.
Really?
The one where he's sitting at the restaurant getting rained on?
That had been out for 6 months?
It's been out for a while.
Oh, was that Matthew McConaughey?
He's sitting across the street from...
there's also a Kevin Bacon one I thought was pretty funny.
Matthew McConaughey sitting across the street from Woody Harrelson, and Woody Harrelson got the restaurant with the umbrella with the food he loves, and it's not raining on him, and Matthew McConaughey sitting in the rain with food he doesn't like.
Yeah.
And Woody Harrelson's like, oh, you should have used the app.
That's a good moment. That was a good commercial. It's been out for 6 months.
It's been out for a while.
That's
like before Christmas.
That's dumb.
So there was no new commercial there. The best movie trailer that came out on the Super Bowl, maybe the only one that came out for the Super Bowl, was Thunderbolts.
Oh, well, that was the only trailer. That was the only brand new trailer.
That's what I'm saying. That was the only brand new trailer that came out on Super Bowl Sunday. Ooh. I was a little surprised that it was.
What about there was one teaser.
There was Final Reckoning also, I guess.
Oh yeah, that did happen. But no, there was one teaser, but it's very short and it's not a new footage for a movie.
The
Stitch on the field.
Stitch on the field. Look, I am a fan. I have been a Stitch fan all along. I have loved Stitch. When Disney starts doing the live actions, a lot of them I just roll my eyes and I'm like, whatever, I don't care. I'm excited to see live action Lilo and Stitch.
The Stitch, I hope that they keep this trend going where Stitch interrupts the live action movies, because they did the Simba one already. I love that trend for the animated
Was
ones.
it Mufasa or was it Simba?
No, it was Simba.
Okay.
Yeah, he gets lifted up like Simba.
Okay,
yeah. Rafiki. So I want to see the one where he crashes Belle and Beast's dance with the chandelier. So that would be so funny. Just to get Emma Watson back for that would be hilarious.
It would be.
What was the other one? He interrupts Ariel doing her little pose on the rock. And then there was one where I think it was Aladdin or something, but he interrupts a few movies for trailers. And that's just fun marketing material.
It would be fun if he would cut Rapunzel's hair while Flint Rider's trying to climb up it, because they're shooting that right now.
The
live action Rapunzel.
Yeah, live action Tangled. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't care about the movie. I think Stitch getting involved in it would be funny.
Oh yeah, I do love this. Oh, there was also a How to Train Your Dragon TV spot with new footage.
There was, and I know you don't seem to be excited about that, but I thought it looked cool, and I don't care that it's a frame for frame recreation of the cartoon. I don't care.
I will give it a single shot, and if I don't like it, I'm not going to the sequels.
Well, I'm just saying, looking at it visually, it looks really good. They've done a really good job with it.
Yeah, I just don't.
All the people fed up with Disney CGI are going and making other people's good looking CGI.
I was about to say the CG for Stitch and the CG for Toothless look fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Like it's some of the best CG I've seen for a Disney project or a DreamWorks project in a while. So
yeah, Toothless looks really, really good.
So yeah, I will give Dragons a chance. If you have something perfect, I don't see the point in recreating it again. You know, like
so many of these Disney live action. I mean,
yeah, that's the point. But they were actually worse because then they try to change things.
Yeah, I know. I hate that.
And I'm like, just adapt the material or don't do it. Like I don't understand.
I agree with you on that, but
because it's already perfect.
Which
don't make something subpar.
Right, which is exactly how I feel about Fantastic Four. Let's get into that.
Okay, whoa.
So this is our instant reaction. This is our instant reaction to trailers that came out the week of the Super Bowl or during the Super Bowl. And if you like what you're hearing, like, share, subscribe, rate us, preferably 5 stars, but we'll take your 1 stars if it means we get better. Hit the notification bell. Just give us a listen and feel free to share your feedback in the comments. I keep every episode open for the comments. But let me just say, as a fan of the Fantastic Four from the 1990s, early 2000s, is it Michael Chiklis and
you mean
Chris Evans?
2004?
Yeah, like I said, early 2000s.
You said 19.
I said late 90s, early 2000s. I couldn't remember exactly when it came out. 2004, Chris Evans, Michael Chiklis. That Fantastic Four, the first one, not the Silver Surfer one, was fantastic. Literally fantastic. It was so good.
Who was in the cast? I always forget. I know it's Chris Evans and Michael Chiklis, but you know what? That's cheating.
Starts with a G.
Ian. Oh, it's Ian.
It's Ian.
Pretty sure it's pronounced Ian.
I know how it's pronounced.
But he's been in a couple of different things.
It had the guy from
Ian Grufford.
Ian.
I'm gonna go with Ian. I feel like it's Ian.
Ian Grufford. Jessica Alba, Chris Evans.
Oh yeah,
Julian McMahon.
I don't like Jessica Alba as Sue Storm.
Julian McMahon, awesome.
Who's he? Who do you play?
He's Dr. Doom.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that.
He's Dr. Doom.
Yeah, I remember.
And he's fantastic.
No,
the whole movie's fantastic. That's why they call it the Fantastic Four.
No, Ian Grufford or Ian Grufford, whatever. Okay, Ian Grufford. As I will say, he looked more the part of Reed Richards.
Yes, then.
But I don't love his acting in that movie. I don't think he was as good. He was fine. When you have Chris Evans nailing Human Torch, you can tell that some other characters are not being nailed. I think...
and here's the deal. I don't care that you don't like Michael Chiklis's costume for the movie. Michael Chiklis was a great...
Oh, his voice is great, but I don't think you're giving this new guy a chance.
Listen, I'm not saying that the new guy's not going to be good. What I'm saying is the trailer did not do anything to excite me for the movie until the very, very end with Galactus's head. Other than that, nothing about that trailer made me excited. I don't care about that stupid robot. I do not care that they gave the Thing eyebrows. Eyebrows.
I love the Thing's design because
it looks exactly like the comics.
It looks exactly
like
the
comics. You're a comic purist. I got it.
But if you put him next to Kelsey Grammer's Beast from the Marvels,
Yeah.
and you put him next to the Hulk, and you put him next to, like, they just all look good. Like, I think that's what was the other one?
He looks good. I don't have any problem with but that does not excite me for this movie. What were they trying to do? We're going to give you a tour of the Baxter Building. Who cares?
It's a teaser. It's not even
do something to make people excited about your stupid movie.
It's not that kind of movie. And it's not that kind of trailer.
It's an origin story. Another origin story.
It's a teaser trailer. And we don't even know if it's an origin story because from what I've heard, it's mostly set after they have their powers.
Yeah. And he walks them back through how they got their powers.
Yeah. Probably for like the opening of the movie, just so that anybody who doesn't have a basic understanding of the Fantastic Four get a better understanding of the Fantastic Four.
Trust me, people are so disappointed with the last few movies of the Fantastic Four. They know who they are. You needed to do something to excite people, and that didn't do it.
I think that you are saying people very loosely. I think you are just disappointed.
I am hugely disappointed. I am disappointed in that trailer. Look, I was not excited about a Superman movie coming out because they have done Superman wrong for so long that I was not excited. And then that trailer came out, and I'm like, okay, I can give Superman a chance. Yes.
He's finally a person and not a Christ figure.
And now I'm looking at the Fantastic Four and I'm going, yeah, if I didn't have a commitment to Marvel, I would skip that movie based on the trailer alone. I think
you need an actual trailer.
I do. Something better than that.
It's a teaser.
It's awful.
It's just a teaser.
Oh my God.
I bet you will get a better look at Galactus at some point.
I better. That's the only good thing about that whole trailer.
Why? Because they're redoing Rise of the Silver Surfer.
I don't care.
That's what they're doing.
I don't care.
I am excited that they're redoing Rise of the Silver Surfer because Rise of the Silver Surfer sucks.
I said the first one was good. The second one was not.
Well, that's because they turned Galactus into a giant cloud.
Right. Right. I get it. I'm just saying I'm not excited about that movie like I feel like I should be on the first teaser. It does not live up to Superman standards, period.
I think it's going to compete.
But we'll see. They come out right next to each other, basically, so we'll see.
This has proven to me that people don't know the Thing, though. Like, at all.
Why?
Well, for starters.
Because people don't like the eyebrows?
No. For starters, people think that the Thing is as tall as the Hulk.
Well, depending on where you're looking, he is. Like, no. In the comics, he's not. But in some of the cartoons, they're size for size with each other. It depends on where you look.
The comics and video, I think the comics and video games.
The video games make him look about the same size as the Hulk.
It's usually because, they're fighting each other and or whatever.
With the difference being the Thing doesn't get bigger the angrier he gets. And the Hulk not only gets stronger, he grows in size the angrier he gets.
What's crazier is that he is only 6 feet tall. The Thing.
Yeah.
Hulk is 7 to 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah.
So that's crazy to me because when I saw this trailer, I was like, okay, this looks great. And then I went and looked at comments and like, people are going to love this. I go look at the comments and there's like half of them going, God, how is this thing supposed to stand up against the Hulk in a fight? I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Speaking of the Hulk, I think we've covered the Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Speaking of the Hulk, there was, I think, a little bit of an update to the brand new World Captain America trailer. There was a little bit of an update to it. And if there wasn't an update, there was at least some news on that.
So there is news. Sabra, I don't remember what her name, the Israeli character. There was reported that they actually, the amount of reported changes to that character was completely falsified.
Really?
They really didn't change a lot about the character. They did say that there is a change from the comics that is different because that's how the movies work. The movies have always adapted things and changed things to fit the medium better.
Yeah.
But as far as completely outright changing her character just because of the Israeli war, that is not a thing. They did not do that. Okay. So
in other news,
In other news, the leader
Harrison Ford came out on accident in an interview
Uh-oh.
and said, yeah, I was watching through it, and my fight scene at the end is just ... admitting that the Hulk fight scene we see between him and Captain America is at the end of the movie, not in the middle. It's not the story. It's not the full story of Captain America.
Are you sure he didn't mean end of the trailer? Because
no, it's very specific in the article I read it. He's like at the end of the movie.
Why are you talking about a different fight scene though?
I guess we'll see, but they've pretty much outed him in the movie news, that he spoiled kind of the ending, that he fights Captain America at the end of the movie.
Well, I will see.
He also said something about a future Marvel appearance.
Oh, everyone knew that was going to happen.
I think he's only got one though.
You don't introduce the Red Hulk and kill him off in the same movie.
I hope not. They do so bad about
doing that, yeah.
About killing off villains.
That's why I'm glad that Vision Quest is bringing back Ultron, because it's not a character you kill off in one movie.
No. Especially not a movie called The Age of Ultron.
So dumb.
Okay.
As far as Brave New World, I haven't heard a ton of... The leader got revealed, like the backside of his outfit got revealed, but like, I don't know. There's not much revealed. I am still excited, but getting to that point, like after seeing stuff for Fantastic Four and Superman and Thunderbolts, like those are all coming out back to back to back to back, and I'm just like, I am so much more excited for the summer than I am for right now.
Well, I'm just excited for the amount of content, really, because if you think about it, right now we've got Captain America coming out.
Yeah.
We've got Invincible. We've got your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
We got Daredevil.
We've got Daredevil coming in March. We've got Thunderbolts coming in May.
Yep.
We've got Ironheart coming in June. So
that's the only one that I'm not like...
I'm surprised we're not seeing more about it, to be perfectly honest. You have to actually go search for it right now, which is a little surprising.
I think it's because it's not... I don't think it's going to do very well.
Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But...
and not even because it's bad. Like I don't know if it's not... I don't know if it's going to be bad or not. I just don't know that it's going to be the most interesting thing coming out this year.
Well, I mean, given who else is coming out this year, it would be hard for it to be.
Yeah, there's not a lot of news. That's actually, you know what? That's crazy because people are like, there's still a drought, and like, there's no drought.
If you're a true superhero fan, if you love capes and cowls and conversations about them, see what I did there? I know, dad joke. But if you love it, there's a ton of stuff out. There's a ton of stuff coming out. We just talked about Fantastic Four. There's Brave New World.
Superman.
No, we haven't talked about that Thunderbolts trailer, which was the only one that was actually new during the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. So Thunderbolts
finally gave us a little bit more about the plot of the movie, I think.
Sentry finally appeared in the trailer.
Well, and because Bucky walks in and says, "I'm fighting this guy and you're going to help me." And they're like, "Us?" And they appear to all be tied up and I mean, it seems like they're all kind of bound there around a table or something.
Are they implying that?
And she's like, "None of us are super."
Wait, so Bucky gets hired by Dreyfus or
Julia Louis-Dreyfus? Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Madam Hydra is who you're talking about.
Yeah. Madam Hydra. And then he goes and recruits the...
Well, I think she probably tells him where they are because she's been recruiting them for the last few movies. We've seen that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she tells him how to find them.
I'm still not sold on the plot of this movie just because, I mean, I am excited for it. Don't get me wrong, because I love Bucky. I love all the characters in it for the most part. I think the only one I'm like iffy on is Red Guardian and Taskmaster. Those are the only two that I'm like.
I think this is the closest thing you're going to get to a Suicide Squad for Marvel.
But see, that's why I'm disappointed because Thunderbolts in the comics are a bunch of villains pretending to be superheroes so they can fight the Avengers.
And maybe that'll happen.
Or no, well, the Avengers are off world and the Thunderbolts step up. They're villains turned heroes so they can take over the world. It's the Masters of Evil pretending to be good guys. And that's why it's shocking to me that they introduced Baron Zemo and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and they're doing nothing with it.
Well,
And wasn't he like in one of the promo arts and then was completely removed?
we don't know what's going to happen with that. Maybe they're hiding him for the time being.
Maybe.
Marvel has a history of deleting characters out of trailers and things like that.
True.
So maybe they're going to do something with that, but this is the closest thing to a Suicide Squad. It's literally them, a group of people, and they say it in the trailer. None of us have powers. The best they have out of all of them is a little super strength and a healing factor. And nobody else has anything.
At least in this, I can actually reasonably justify why they would use these characters, because they're either all trained assassins or their powers make sense, right? Like in Suicide Squad, why is Harley always in the Suicide Squad?
It makes no sense.
You don't want a crazed lunatic on a squad. Like that's like, what is she supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, and then some of the criminals they always pick too are like mass murderers that didn't actually like contribute to society at all and probably should be given the death penalty if they ever go to prison. Because that's kind of the thing that Batman does is he captures all those people and sticks them in an asylum. Yeah. So they won't kill them. They'll try to rehabilitate them. If they ever go to prison.
Except that Arkham is completely corrupt.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and so it never rehabilitates them. And you would think Batman would figure that out, but he doesn't. Because the smart as he is, he's stupid.
In the comics, it's not always corrupt. It depends on who's running it at the time. Hugo Strange was pretty corrupt, but then he's not working at Arkham anymore, so it doesn't matter in the comics currently. But
anyway,
but that's kind of the, like, you know, he tries to rehabilitate them because if even Joker says at one point, he doesn't want to take on the IRS because if he ends up in federal prison, he's dead. Like he could die in federal prison. He won't die in the asylum. He has control of the asylum. Of
course.
So, but so it makes sense for this version of this idea to be done this way because none of these characters are insane. They all do kind of.
I don't know. Red Guardian's pretty out there.
Yeah.
He's had more than his fair share of the devil's lettuce.
I do hope. Oh my God. I do hope that Red Guardian and Winter Soldier do get some moments kind of like in What If. Like that was probably one of my favorite episodes in What If was the interactions between Winter Soldier and
He'll
Red
have to
Guardian.
stay off the magic mushrooms. There's something wrong with that guy.
Who?
David Harbour and Red Guardian both. There's something wrong with both of them.
No, he's great in Stranger Things.
No, he's not. The only thing he's ever been good in is What If, in one episode of What If.
Wait, whoa. What are you talking about? First season of Stranger Things, he's amazing. And then like when he's like doing the keep the door open. Like
hold the door.
No.
Hodor. He should have been Hodor. That's about his acting level.
He's a great father in Stranger Things.
He's terrible.
He's great.
Anyway.
And also he goes to Russia. He's better in Russia in the Stranger Things than he is in Black Widow.
I'm going to allege that David Harbour is a Russian spy. That's why he plays Russian characters so well. Allegedly. I said it allegedly. David, don't get upset.
His Hellboy was awful, though.
Everything he does is awful. Nobody's going to touch Ron Perlman for Hellboy, who also just recently said he would sign up for another Hellboy if they want him to.
I love Ron Perlman. You know, he voiced awesome. Slade in Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's
one
awesome.
of my favorite versions of Deathstroke ever written.
Yeah, he's awesome. Any other trailers? I'm trying to think. Yes, Jurassic Park.
Jurassic World Rebirth.
I will tell you about Jurassic World. I love what they're doing because instead of carrying on the Chris Pratt storyline, they're pushing it forward and they're saying that even though all the dinosaurs were recreated and let loose on the continents and the governments were trying to use them as weapons and all this, what's happened is the climate doesn't work for the dinosaurs. They can't live in it and they all start dying off unless they're in that tropical climate of the islands that they were first formed on. Mm-hmm. So the dinosaurs around the world are dying off.
Yeah.
And we're not trying to carry on that nonsense. We're going back to the original story, back to the original islands And I do like that. I do think that
The only
gives you a better opportunity to play around with the dinosaurs than global domination, which was stupid.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. Jurassic Park is the only good one. The only good one.
I don't know if I agree with that. Two was pretty good too.
Two was okay. I don't hate two.
Once they start leaving the island, it becomes a nonsense.
3 is stupid. 3 is absolutely
Jurassic
Why
World.
did they go
Jurassic
back?
World domination
Like that was
is dumb.
Then Jurassic World was okay, actually. Owen was a pretty interesting character, but when everyone here's my problem with Jurassic World. In Jurassic World, Owen is seen training the raptors, right?
Yeah,
and you can see him doing the hand thing.
Like
right?
a dog, training him like a dog.
Yeah. And it works, and I understand that. I get it. Why is it all of a sudden in the next 2 movies, anyone who does that to any dinosaur, even if they're not trained, it works?
Because it's stupid.
Dumb. It's
it's between that and the rebirth of the daughter story. The grandfather or the grandfather of the little girl is really his daughter's clone. All that stuff. And they were using the dinosaur technology to figure out how to do that. I don't really care for that at all.
Yeah, it started turning into Aliens or not Aliens. Sorry, Alien 3 and 4, where I just I can't really.
I just didn't care for it. But going back to the original island and why they're there, I'm not entirely sure. Something about there's something in dinosaur DNA that can help cure a human disease, but it can only be found in these 3 particular dinosaurs, and they can only be found on that original island. I think I like that better because there are things. I mean, that's a Spider-Man theme.
I know.
The idea that lizard DNA could help humans regrow limbs, that's even in Spider-Man and stuff. I don't have a problem so much with that. And it'll make for an exciting story of traipsing around that island. So
I guess to me, Universal is running out of ideas on
Universal's running out of ideas on a lot of stuff.
Well, like for instance, I just read that Transformers might finally do that sequel to The Last Night, and on a Unicron storyline that brings back Shia LaBeouf and freaking like why would you do why? I
don't think you need to close that storyline.
I think you need to just stick to a reboot, an actual full-on reboot, and start over.
Or just don't.
Or don't. But I would like to see.
Why don't you do the GoBots?
I would like. I would like to see. In Transformers 1 is such an underrated film. I don't know if you ever watched. I don't know if you watched it.
I watched it. I'm the reason you watched it.
No, Transformers 1. It came out last year.
Oh no, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, me and Connor went and watched it, and I am so pissed about that movie because the trailer, it's animated. It's an 3D animated movie. And the trailer, they did kiddie garbage marketing for it. So it looks like a kid's film.
Yeah.
And then you go watch the movie and it's nothing like the trailers.
Interesting.
And it's really good. And it's actually a really good prequel to any Transformers story. Like you could build off of it really well. And because of the marketing, no one went and watched it.
Yeah, well,
and it's not getting sequels.
I definitely didn't. So,
and I'm so mad about that because it was you could tell they put so much effort into that movie, and it's not getting a sequel. I do, if they're gonna do live action again, I do want to see them start on Cybertron. You know,
if you say so. I'm not really invested in Transformers since Michael Bay, and I know Michael Bay equally made them exciting and then ruined them. As he tends to do, he can make an exciting movie and then turn around and destroy the whole thing.
It's because he takes lore. You remember what he originally was going to do with the TMNT, right?
No.
He had originally made them aliens.
Okay.
From space, not mutants, which completely defeats the whole purpose of the second tagline in that name.
Yeah, mutant. It's weird.
So yeah, he was gonna have aliens from space and have Shredder have this backstory. It was he fought the aliens in the past, and now he's trying to get to space to kill them.
Well, my whole point was, I haven't been invested in Transformers since then. So
yeah,
I don't care.
And he's an executive producer on all things Transformers now. Yeah, so it really he gets a final say, and almost they had to ask them to put if it was okay to put G.I. Joe in the Transformers movie.
Yeah. Well, that's disappointing. As disappointing as James Gunn not actually releasing a Superman trailer in the Puppy Bowl like he said he would.
Not a new one, at least.
Yeah, no, they did buy a TV spot in the Puppy Bowl, but it was just the same trailer, nothing new.
Not really. No.
I don't guess we're actually due one. Maybe we'll get a new like trailer 2 around spring break, hopefully. Yeah. But I don't guess we're due a new one. But if you're going to put it out there that, hey, we're releasing a trailer or buying a TV spot, then you should do something exciting.
Well, and again, it was only a teaser. It's the same teaser. It's not even a trailer.
And that being said, it is still the best trailer of the trailers that have come out so far.
Oh, yeah. The colors are amazing.
Everything is great. It whets the appetite for more. Like James Gunn, give us more. Give us more.
I want more. I do. Because I'm excited. Like some of the projects are exciting, and even that Clayface project that you were like, "What is that necessary?" Like, I actually think it would.
I mean, I'll give it a shot. I'll definitely give it a shot,
especially if Superman works out. Because I am Creature Commandos did actually leave me wanting more too.
It ended up better than it started for sure.
Definitely excited. What else was this? So.
I think that's it for this one. We do have some exciting stuff coming up. We're going to review the next 3 episodes of Spider-Man.
The Smurfs trailer?
Gross. Not even talking about that.
It's a comic.
The next 3 Spider-Man episodes are came out, and we're going to review those with our instant reaction like we did before. We'll have Invincible again next week. We did an Invincible this week.
Oh, do you?
Cobra Kai, I believe, comes out this weekend, and I've seen the first 8 minutes.
Did you see the trailer?
I've seen the first 8 minutes.
I haven't seen the first 8 minutes, but I saw that trailer for the. Wait, which one? Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. Because I haven't caught up on it yet.
You don't want to watch the first 8 minutes because it'll spoil the last.
Because I was about to say
the last episode big time, and you don't want to spoil it. It's good enough. You don't want to spoil it. So don't watch or talk about that trailer. It's really this is going to be a good finale to this show. I can already tell you after the first 8 minutes, this is going to be a good finale.
When does season 3 drop? Or season 6.
This is it.
Part 3.
This weekend.
This weekend. All right, I'm gonna try to binge through.
We've got
part
that
1 and 2.
We've still got to review Daredevil season 2. We've got to get through Defenders to get to Daredevil Born Again. So we have a lot of content coming. So really exciting. Sorry that we had a week off. Also, we are moving studios this weekend, and we'll be in a different studio the next time that we record, probably. So we will. We're looking forward to it, and we'll let you know when it happens. If you liked what you heard today, like, share, subscribe, notify, ring the bell. That is notifications. And rate us. Hopefully a 5-star.
Vibranium shield into Red Hulk's face,
and it'll bend. Or catch on fire.
What?
That's what I saw in the trailer.
No.
Anyway, all of that. We look forward to seeing your comments. And with that, we're out.